What up everyone, it's your man XMan87 here, bringing you another Marvel Legends video, and what I have for you today is the Marvel Legends Celebrating 85 Years series Odin Deluxe action figure review. Before we get into everything, if you could please leave a thumbs up, like rating on the video, it'll help show your support for my channel and I greatly appreciate it. Now with that said, let's go! Taking a look at Odin Borson, he is just a phenomenal piece to look at. I was blown away looking at him in the packaging. I was even blown away when he was first revealed. Speaking of when he was first revealed, in my video covering the reveal, I did say that this costume looks to be based off that Bowen design statue, and thanks to the homie Shartimus Prime at San Diego Comic-Con, he had an interview with the Marvel Legends team asking Dwight Stahl if it was indeed based off of that statue, and Dwight Stahl seemingly confirmed that yes, that Bowen's design statue is basically what this figure is based off, just mashed up with some other components from various source materials. I know I wasn't going crazy because when you look at this like big medallion with the chains around it, the belt, the skirt piece design, it just screamed Bowen designs to me. This guy is freaking huge. Measuring him at the head is about 8 inches or so, but to the tip of the crown he is 9 inches. And I know you guys know that I complain about when they do the plastic gold metallic molding instead of painting it in metallic gold. Well, I'm gonna shut up because no complaints here. Whatever it is with this color combination going on, it just fits right. It makes it look very flashy. It gives it this kind of prismatic aura. Some of you probably say I'm reaching with using the word prismatic, but I don't care. It's my review, not yours. It is just a phenomenal piece, man. Looking at this guy from head to toe, this is the Odin figure we deserved. It blows the bath out of the water completely. Look at the details on the crown with the horns. That is just beautiful. You got the raven in the middle right there. And you got the eye patch. Wow. It's just amazing. That's Guardian Santa Claus right here. No, I'm just joking. But the beard came out really nice. I like the wash that they gave it. And even the fur right there on the top, beautifully detailed. And the armor, I just can't praise it enough. So many details with battle markings and even the colors between them, like the bronze, the gold, the patina, I guess, right here in this torso area, and the blues. It all looks gorgeous. And you can see he has some Asgardian symbols right there. So beautiful. This is absolutely gorgeous, man. You got some of these spikes, these horns painted on there too. Even that one in the middle is broken with battle damage markings around it. That makes sense. I love that. They thought it through there in design. Beautiful, man. Look at the kind of texture we get with the leather material. It's just wow. They even painted the back on this guy. Look at that, man. Beautiful. And we get a fabric cape. You guys know how much I love fabric cape. Oh man, it is the right choice to use fabric cape, because if they used plastic, this guy is big and clunky as it is. Plastic would have ruined the figure completely, especially when holding him, because he would have been even clunkier. It would just ruin the feel of the figure and it wouldn't feel good. And I'm happy. He's just easy to handle free-handedly. And just beautiful armor throughout. I love the blue that they used here. Between the checkered armor patterns on the legs, the arms, and the chains here. Yeah, I think it's called Brynja, the Viking armor from Norse mythology. That's why. But overall, just beautiful. You get more horns there. And as you can see, that one's damaged too. Oh, wow. This is more chainmail there. Absolutely gorgeous. Like I said, a phenomenal piece, and he has a right closed fist and a left open hand as default hands. Now for accessories, they gave him that interchangeable headpiece kind of system where it works like wigs. So you're gonna take off this fur, pop that off, because it's plugged into these pegs right here, which also holds the cape in place. As you can see, the hair is sculpted onto the crown, so what you're gonna do is just pop that off. Let's give him his hair piece right there and pop that into place, because the fur is gonna go over the hair, and we plug that into place right there. Hopefully it's coming off well on camera. And there you go, we get Odin without the crown, and he looks really, really good. I love this. And for his third interchangeable headpiece, we're going to do the same thing again and just pop off the fur, pop off the hair piece. Oh, by the way, yeah, the cape is removable, but I think you figured that once I said the pegs keep the cape held together. And we're going to put his crown there, and we're going to put the fur back into place. Boom, then you got these long horns. It just looks so good. The crown design is beautiful too. Beautiful details. It's got a slight wash to the horns, very subtle, but I notice it, and it looks really, really good. Then he has two gripping hands to hold his sword and staff. The hands have the vertical hinge on them, and these weapons were used before. They came with the first Odin Bath. This staff has a plastic gold metallic molding, while this sword right here has some nice gold paint applications and even blue there, so it goes well with this armor. Then lastly, he comes with his ravens. I forgot their names. I think it's Hugin and Munnin, but they were featured with the Herald Thor that came in the controller Build-A-Figure wave. Only made sense to add them in here again. And the biggest missed opportunity with this figure is not being able to put the Odin head on his destroyer armor. I don't know how they missed it or not thought of it, man. Like, how? Why didn't they think of this? This is what I wanted to do when he was first revealed. I was just hoping that this head would fit on the destroyer body, because the Marvel Selects came with an alternate Odin head. And damn it, man, it would have made this, it would have put this figure over the top. I mean, it's already an over the top figure, but let's just say it would have put this figure on another level. Yeah, even if you remove the ball peg out of socket, I still don't think it would sit well either, so it's just not doable. The pro customizers will definitely be able to pull it off somehow though. Now for Articulation, don't expect much movement. He basically moves like a Mythic Legions, and if you're familiar with that line, then you'll pretty much know what to expect with this guy, because it's like Marvel Legends made their own big ass Mythic Legions here. But for the head movement, you're not going to get much. He's going to look up about that much, and it's not even up, you know. It's just straight. Move down, that's all you're going to get. The fur hinders the head movement to even move left and right, so that kind of sucks, you know. You'll get a little bit of movement, you know, but that fur bit is going to keep popping off. And then the arms here, they do move up pretty high. So if I could just get this all the way up, you can see it moves higher than a straight T-pose, which is great. The shoulder pads here do not hinder the arm movement. They do shift back and forth, so they rotate along with the arm, but you know, this can pop off the fur piece too. So just be mindful of that. The arms, he's got the bicep swivel, elbow swivel combination, which I'm not a fan of, but hey, it works. Because he's a big bulky figure, so I kind of understand that. You're not going to get 90 degrees at the elbows, and then you got the wrist swivel and the traditional horizontal hinges on the default hands. For the torso, he's got the ball jointed waist, which I don't mind, so he does crouch about that far forward, and you want to make sure that you get the most range out of this. When the medallion is tucked underneath the belt, you know you utilize the max range for the ab crunch right there. So that's how much you'll get. That's straight, and then that's moving it back. He does swivel and does pivot side to side. That's some really good pivoting. Look at that. Really good pivoting on this guy. And then it'll rock around as well. You see what I mean? This thing pops off a lot. For the legs, surprisingly, you can pull off a wide stance, which is nice. And then he kicks up really high, which is super important, because if you want this guy to sit on a throne, you can do just that. So that makes it super important that he also came with a fabric cape, because you're able to pull that off. So just to show you, as you can see, he sits nice and flush on the throne. My one worry about this white fabric cape is that it's easily going to get dirty over time, because I have him seated on a throne for a bit and I'm already seeing some dirty spots around the cape. So just be mindful where you lay this guy around. His legs won't kick that far back. That's as much as you're going to get. This skirt piece will hinder the back movement. And his legs can rock around. You got the thigh swivel. Double jointed pinless knees. No heel to the Odin butt because the boot is so big it's going to hinder the range there. And no calf swivel, which is weird. But he's got the ankles that move up, down, and you got a very nice ankle rocker here. First comparison I like to do is Odin next to his father Bor, and he is indeed taller than his old man. Here he is next to some Asgardian allies, his son Thor, Odin's son, Lady Sif, Hercules, and Angela. Here he is next to some Asgardian villains, Hela, Loki, Gore, Malekith, and Ulik the Troll. Lastly, here he is next to the Destroyer. It's a damn shame we couldn't get that head swap. And now to wrap things up, my final rating is a 10 out of 10. Total awesomeness. This is everything and more that I could have asked for in an Odin figure. This is one of those rare instances where I bypass articulation, simply because Odin's body type doesn't call for it. Sculpt and details is what matters most here, and that should be #1 priority for an Odin figure. To me at least, and I'm glad to see it's the most dominant feature of this figure. Along with the heavy intricate sculpting and detailing, this has vibrating colors to back it up with tons of play features for display and play. You get 9 accessories to play with here to showcase your favorite Odin style, 10 accessories if you want to count the fabric cape, as you can remove it to display him with or without the cape too. So much better than his Bath counterpart in every way. No contest. And I remember when that Odin Bath wave was released, as that signified the resurrection of the Legends line, as it was red hot from that release and stood red hot just taking off after that. While that was a more modern Odin being interchangeable with King Thor, this is a much more truer look to his normal classic gold armor. At first I wasn't sure about the $60 price tag with him and Hulkbuster, but after taking some time to reflect and looking at how Dragon Man came out for $85, considering all the sculpted details and plastic involved, it's not too far in between. Could it have been lower in price? Sure, maybe. I'm just saying how I see it more reasonable now than before. I think including a throne would have been the icing on the cake here. The only real part they messed up with it is not being able to swap the head onto the Destroyer body. Other than that, the Allfather is perfection. They designed them to be presented as a centerpiece, and it's just that. No Asgardian is going to stand out more than him, and he will for sure be the centerpiece in my Asgardian display. In my review of Hulkbuster, I think I said that Hulkbuster is the MVP in the 85 line, but after spending some time with this, Odin takes the crown. Odin is visually stunning as the king he is. Now I kick it back to you. What do you think about this Odin figure? Do you like this one more than the Bath? Is he worth $60 in your opinion? We need his trusted warriors alongside him like Balder, Heimdall, and the Warriors 3. Do you agree? Comment below, let me know, we'll chat about it. Thanks for watching another Marvel Legends video. Please follow me on Instagram if you haven't already at xman87. Hit the notification bell so you always know when my latest videos are up. Share and subscribe if you're new. See you on the next review. Peace, peace.